in his well-known political battles is disheartening. We must believe that former President Zuma would not be that crass in his public undertakings. But this must be either a sign of exhaustion due to old age, or that he has reached a cul-de-sac in his political career, and therefore a sign of desperation. Either way, he has disappointed many within the civic movement by agreeing not to join bogus individuals, but to claim to now be a chair of KZN. We hope those close to him will advise him not to take advantage of community organizations like Sanco, because he feels as if he is in political wilderness, but to sort out his challenges as an elder and a leader, not a street fighter. These individuals he has chosen to associate with are basically political thugs who are using him to gain some traction. They will soon drop him when this 5 minutes of fame has elapsed. Finally, as sad as we are that former President Zuma has chosen to put himself in this position, it does not deter Sanco from its historic mission of being a custodian of communities and focusing on what must be done to rescue South Africa from the very many socio-economic problems it is currently enduring. This time shall pass, but Sanco's historic mission shall remain, and therefore we shall not lose our way because of bogus individuals or the desperate actions of former President Jacob Zuma. That is our statement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, General Secretary. I think that is a very short, sweet, and precise statement just to dispel all this nonsensical situation. But having said that, I think if there are further questions and clarities to engage on the statement, I think those are open. That would be one. That would be four. Ladies first. Ladies first.
From SABC News. You said that it was Kenny Mapana from SABC News. You said that there were parallel structures that were created in KZN. Can you explain how this conference successfully sat? And we only heard from the Sanco's national body once it elected the former president as its provincial chair. Why were those issues not flagged prior to this?
And then I will be the for SABC News as well. I just want to find out then, where to from here for Sanco? It would seem that the structure that elected the former president is really illegitimate. What action are you going to take to make sure that is undone? That is undone. And of course, what does this mean then in as far as your own challenges that are concerned? Do you really see it becoming a trend that people will take advantage of the fact that Sanco is kind of on a rocky level at the moment and exploit some of the opportunities for them to rise up again politically? Thank you.
No, thanks very much. Sanco in KwaZulu-Natal held its constitutional and the legit conference on the 12th of June 2021. The national office presided over that conference. I personally was there. Now, that is the only structure of Sanco. You see, what happened, maybe to give a little bit of a background on what transpired that led to this quagmire. In 2019, we went to our national conference. And in that national conference, all of us were there, even this bogus group was part of that conference. They came there on an invitation from the then General Secretary. Upon realizing that they don't have numbers to win conference, they then decided to group themselves outside the structures of the organization and then they called them something else that took them to their bogus national conference in Durban in March. We then went to court and we submitted 2 applications. Part A, which was an urgent one to interdict that bogus thing from sitting, and Part B, which deals with the merit of our case. But unfortunately, the court felt that there was nothing urgent because we delayed ourselves to approach the courts. So on those bases, they then said there's no urgency in our application. So we then proceeded with Part B. Part B, on the 20th April 2022, last year, it came before Judge Foster. And then Judge Foster then felt that he actually ordered that this matter be referred to trial. And then he then ordered us to make a submission, a declaration on a way forward. And we have made our submission, and that we're expected to do so within 15 days, and we did so. And then we submitted, and those guys were expected to file their answering affidavits thereafter. But up until today, they did not do that. So that's where we are, and then our lawyers have then submitted an application for a default judgment against these people. Now, we are waiting for a court date. Our lawyers are doing all they could to get a court date, but unfortunately, we have no control over courts, and we appreciate also the fact that we were informed that there's a lot of backlog in the South Gauteng court, High Court. So it is beyond, our control that there are these delays, and we appreciate the backlog that is there. But in the final end, we are very much optimistic that our case will eventually be dealt with and be concluded. And we feel strongly, therefore, that it is this case that is going to assist us to deal with this mess that these bogus individuals are creating for the organization.
I think in what also the GS has indicated in terms of our loss, there are copies that we'll also share in terms of our standing as far as our legal team is concerned. But also, General Secretary, we must indicate this, that the very same bogus group, by the way, went on and registered Sanco as a political party.